10 places to visit that don't seem real in the world. Did you know there are places on Earth so extraordinary, so otherworldly that they seem more like something from a science fiction movie than reality? From glowing lakes to desert landscapes that defy all logic, the planet is hiding natural wonders that will make you question everything you thought you knew about the world. In today's video, we'll take you on a journey through 10 of these mind-blowing locations, places that look too unbelievable to be true, but they're very much real. Trust us, you'll want to pack your bags for these once-in-a-lifetime destinations. So grab your passport or just sit back and dream a little as we dive into these 10 surreal spots that will leave you speechless. Ready? Let's go. The Glowworm Caves, New Zealand. Imagine walking through a cave that's pitch black, but instead of stumbling in the dark, you're guided by thousands of glowing specks of light. Welcome to the Waitomo Caves in New Zealand, home to the famous glowworms. These tiny creatures emit a bioluminescent glow, lighting up the cave walls like stars in the night sky. It's like stepping into an enchanted world. But here's the twist. The glowworms are not stars. They're larvae, whose glow attracts prey. The caves themselves are ancient, formed by the slow drip of water that carved out intricate limestone formations. Visitors can take boat rides along subterranean rivers, all while surrounded by this otherworldly-like show. But beware. Don't let the beauty fool you. Getting lost in these vast caves can be a real danger. Zhangjiajie National Forest Park, China. If you've ever seen the movie Avatar, you've witnessed a stunning visual of floating islands in the sky. But what if I told you there's a real-life place that inspired the film's floating mountains? Zhangjiajie National Forest Park in China is home to the Tianzi Mountains, where rock formations soar hundreds of feet above the ground, creating a surreal, otherworldly landscape. These towering pillars are made of quartzite sandstone, sculpted over millions of years by natural erosion. Standing at the edge of one of these cliffs, you might just feel like you've stepped into another dimension. For thrill seekers, the park offers glass walkways that offer breathtaking views. But hold on tight. The heights here can make even the most seasoned adventurer a little nervous. But despite the vertigo-inducing views, this park is a photographer's dream. The Dead Sea, Jordan/Israel. What if I told you there was a place on Earth where you could float effortlessly? Not because you're a great swimmer, but because the water is so salty it defies gravity. Welcome to the Dead Sea, where the salt content is so high that people can literally lie back and float like human-sized corks. Nestled between Jordan and Israel, the Dead Sea is one of the saltiest bodies of water on the planet, with a salt concentration of around 30%. It's the ultimate natural spa, and people have been using the mud for therapeutic reasons for thousands of years. But here's the catch. The water might look inviting, but don't get it in your eyes. It'll sting like a million bees. Also, while it's tempting to dip in for a quick relaxation session, the intense saltiness can leave your skin feeling dry, so make sure to moisturize afterward. Antelope Canyon, USA. If you've ever seen those stunning photos of narrow, winding corridors glowing with warm orange and red hues, chances are you are looking at Antelope Canyon in Arizona. This mesmerizing slot canyon is famous for its smooth, flowing curves and sunbeams that streak through the narrow openings above. The sandstone formations, carved over centuries by flash floods, create a surreal landscape that feels almost otherworldly. You can walk through this natural wonder on guided tours, which are essential for safety. The canyon's tight spaces and unpredictable weather conditions can make it dangerous without the right preparation. But when the sunlight filters in, the canyon seems to come alive, with light bouncing off the walls in a kaleidoscope of colors. Mount Roraima, Venezuela/Brazil/Guyana. What if I told you there's a mountain so remote, so isolated, that scientists are still discovering new plant and animal species on its summit? Mount Roraima, located at the meeting point of Venezuela, Brazil, and Guyana, is one of the oldest and most isolated plateaus on Earth. Its flat top seems to rise out of the jungle like a giant fortress, surrounded by steep cliffs that form a natural barrier. The summit is often shrouded in clouds, creating a mystical atmosphere, and the flora and fauna found there resemble something from the pages of a science fiction novel. The mountain itself is ancient, estimated to be over 2 billion years old. But here's the kicker. Getting there isn't easy. It's a challenging multi-day trek through dense jungle with unpredictable weather and occasional dangerous wildlife. Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia. Picture yourself standing on a vast, endless plain of white salt, stretching as far as the eye can see. Welcome to Salar de Uyuni, the largest salt flat in the world, located in Bolivia. This stunning landscape is so flat and vast that it creates a mirror effect after rainfall, reflecting the sky above and giving the illusion of standing in the middle of a dream. The salt crust, formed over millions of years, hides an enormous deposit of lithium beneath the surface, making it a valuable resource for the future of clean energy. But while it's a photographer's paradise, the weather can be a challenge. The high-altitude climate means cold nights and intense heat during the day, so be prepared for temperature swings. Additionally, getting lost here is not an option. Without a guide, the endless white landscape can make navigation tricky. Lake Natron, Tanzania. Imagine standing at the edge of a lake so hostile that it can calcify animals that get too close to its waters. Welcome to Lake Natron in Tanzania, a lake with water so alkaline that it can preserve creatures in a petrified state. The lake gets its eerie red color from the high levels of salt and minerals that make it nearly impossible for most wildlife to survive. The surface of the lake is harsh, almost otherworldly, with deposits of salt and the occasional dead bird or fish frozen in time. But here's the thing. While the lake is toxic to most animals, it's a haven for flamingos. Every year, thousands of flamingos flock to Lake Natron to breed in the alkaline waters, creating a strange but beautiful contrast to the lifeless, desolate surroundings. However, it's not a place for casual tourists. Mount Erebus, Antarctica. Ever wondered what it would be like to stand on an active volcano in the most remote place on Earth? Mount Erebus, located in Antarctica, is not only the southernmost active volcano in the world, but also one of the few volcanoes on Earth with a persistent lava lake at its summit. This active volcano constantly emits gas and smoke, and its lava lake offers a glimpse into the fiery heart of the planet. But before you start packing your bags for an extreme adventure, consider this. Antarctica is one of the harshest environments on the planet. The temperature can drop to -60 degrees Celsius, -76 degrees Fahrenheit, and the weather can turn dangerously unpredictable. But for those willing to brave the extreme conditions, the sight of molten lava against the backdrop of a stark, icy landscape is a truly once-in-a-lifetime experience. The Chocolate Hills, Philippines. Last but certainly not least, let's talk about the Chocolate Hills in the Philippines. Imagine rolling hills as far as the eye can see, all covered in lush grass. Now imagine those same hills turning a rich chocolate-brown color during the dry season. That's exactly what the Chocolate Hills look like. This natural wonder, located on the island of Bohol, is made up of over 1,200 individual mounds of limestone. The unique shape and uniformity of the hills make them a breathtaking sight, and during the dry season, they resemble giant chocolate drops scattered across the landscape. The Chocolate Hills are a geological marvel, but they're not without their mysteries. Geologists aren't entirely sure how they were formed, but they suspect that it has something to do with the erosion of ancient coral deposits. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more incredible journeys like these. Have you been to any of these places, or do you have other surreal destinations in mind? Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and remember, the world is full of wonders waiting to be discovered.